All right, I'm finally doing it. I'm planning my golf trip to Scottsdale, and I want to take you through my entire process. Where I'm thinking of playing, where I might stay, what this is all going to cost me, and how I can make the most of my budget. So, if you've been to Scottsdale before, I'd love your advice, but if you're just dreaming of a golf trip like me, this is going to give you a full breakdown of what to expect. Let's dive into it. First, why Scottsdale? Basically because the weather is amazing. Arizona is a golfer's paradise, and especially during the winter months when most of the country is freezing. It's currently super cold here in Colorado. Second, the courses. Scottsdale has some of the best public golf in the United States. And third, the entire experience. Great food, great nightlife, and everything is super golf friendly. So it just seems like the perfect spot. And I don't know if you've been watching the Waste Management Tour or tournament this weekend, but I have, and it's just something that needs to happen. So, first, I want to talk about picking my courses. I've spent some time doing some research on which courses I actually want to play, and I think I've narrowed it down to three solid picks. The first one is TPC Scottsdale, which is the stadium course. So, I mean, how do you not play this course? The 16th hole alone, I feel like, is going to be worth it. Obviously, the stands aren't going to be there, but the price is a little bit steep. It's From what I've found, it's about $400 during the peak season, and I could save a little by playing in Twilight, which I'll probably do, but I might just, you know, pay the fee and play early because it is like a bucket list type course. But if I'm looking to save a little bit of money, I might play Twilight. The second course is True North, the Monument or the Pinnacle course. This is the course that I keep seeing pop up in the best of lists. It's that true desert style golf with the insane rock formations and all the elevation changes. And it runs between 200 and 400 depending on when you book. So it's not cheap, but it looks amazing. The third one is going to be the We Copa, the Sanguaro course. Probably mispronouncing that, but this one is a little bit outside of Scottsdale. But I keep hearing that it's worth the drive. There's no houses, no distractions. It's just pure golf. The green fees here, from what I found, are about 150 to 250, which is actually decent, I think, for what you're getting. So those are the three courses that I'm leaning toward. But if anyone has any better suggestions, let me know in the comments. Now, where am I thinking of staying? So, hotels in Scottsdale are interesting because you have like high-end resorts, but you also have the solid mid-range options. So, here's the three that I'm looking at. The first one is Talking Stick Resort. I found that it's about 150 to $200 depending on what the resort fee is. And this one does have a casino, so it's also close to Topgolf. So it does have like the entertainment factor. It's pretty tempting. The second one is the Sonesta Suites in Scottsdale Gainey Ranch. It looks like this one's going to be about $300 per night with the golf package. And this one's got a lot of big suites and a free breakfast, which is nice for a golf trip. So it's not bad if I split it with a buddy. Third option is the We Copa Resort and Casino. It's about $400 per person per day, including golf, and it's a full stay and play type setup. So it might be worth it just to go all in on this place. But I am leaning towards Talking Stick for the mix of just affordability and location. But again, I'm open to suggestions. Now let's talk about flights and transportation. I'll be flying from Denver, so flights into Phoenix are looking between 275 and 350 round trip, depending on when I book. Once I land, I'll most likely get a rental car, unless I decide to bring my clubs. I might get like an SUV, but we'll see. Either way, a rental car should be about $200 total, so that's not too terrible. Obviously, I'll need some solid food and drink spots for after the rounds. So here's what I plan on for food and nightlife. Uh, the places that I looked at, the first one is going to be the Mission, which is like Mexican style food. I've heard good things about it. The second one is the Roaring Fork. It looks like it's a Western type steakhouse. So I love steak. Steakhouses are one of my fave. And the third place is Old Town Scottsdale, and it seems like a pretty cool place for just general nightlife. A lot of bars and lounges to check out. For my food budget, I'm thinking between $50 to $100 per day, depending on how nice I go with the meals. Let me know if I'm underestimating that. Obviously, the steakhouse is going to be on the higher end. So now for the real question is how much is this whole trip going to cost me? And here's what I'm estimating per person for like a 4 day, 3 night trip. Flights, 300 bucks. Hotel, 600 bucks. Actual golf, another 600 bucks, which will get me about 3 rounds. Car rental, probably about 100 bucks at least. And then for food and entertainment, about 300 bucks. So my total trip cost is going to be around $1,900. And obviously I could tweak this a little bit, maybe drop the TPC Scottsdale just to save some cash or find a cheaper hotel, but I do want the full experience. So what do you guys think? Is this a realistic budget or am I missing something? So that's my plan for a Scottsdale trip, at least so far. I've done the research, I've got a solid strategy, and now I really just need to book it. But before I do, if you have been to Scottsdale, drop a comment below. What other courses should I consider? What's going to be the best value? Am I overspending anywhere? And any tips here would be super huge. So let's figure out how to make this trip as good as possible. And if this video was helpful, hit the like, subscribe for more golf content, and I'll see you on the next trip.